work its way through the clouds here at Six Ways. So, the first piece of silverware of the season will be won in the next 80 minutes of rugby. Will Quins notch up their first part of this treble, or will Sale pick up their first trophy in 7 years? Switch kick-off from Sale. Sam Smith was there to take it. There is Dixon. Twomey. Lock forward. Botica. Ready Harlequins. Putting some air on the ball. Heavy pitch out there, but dry conditions. Dixon again. As Tom Guest tries scoring against Bath, wasn't he? Charlie Matthews now. Harlequins starting brightly, as they did in the semi-final. That was very much an opening quarter that blew Bath away. They were playing catch-up rugby after that. Here's Williams.
Good aggressive defence by Tutupo and Powell up. Not prepared to allow Quins time and space on the ball.
Williams is desperately trying to work his way to the ground, but can't. That's excellent defence from Sailor's absolute trademark of that semi-final victory, wasn't it?
Quins trying to keep the ball in hand, trying to offload. That time, stepped up, gave Tom Williams no space at all, and that's what Sale have to do. Show that commitment they showed last week against Saracens. Step up really quickly in defence and pressurise. You give quality players time on the ball, they will exploit it.
Well, Harlequins sticking with this LV Cup side, as we say. It's very much the focus for this young side. Sale, other matters concerning, of course, Premiership game against Bath. Quins struggled a little bit in the scrum last week, didn't they, against Bath? Against Buckley and Alistair Dickinson. And already Sale have won the first free kick. Off goes Andy Powell, who had one of those games last week, didn't he? He was everywhere.
Yeah, he carried so effectively, but he also offloads as well. Doesn't die with the ball, he looks, and that time he found Gaskell outside him, could keep that drive going. They will want their ball carriers to carry up front today.
Right on cue. Trying to get that ball back. Andy Powell has just knocked that ball forward.
But what Sale will be pleased, in 2 minutes in, Andy Powell, 2 carries. That's early on. 21 carries last week against Saracens. They're going to want him to have a major influence on the game.
There's been a criticism laid at him. He drifts in and out of games that, as you say, Steve Diamond and Brian Redpath will be pleased that he's got himself into the game early on. 23 caps for Wales, no doubt he was watching yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, 25 carries, I was 21, 25 carries last week.
His opposite number, Tom Guest, for the free kick, so 1 free kick each at the scrum. He and Sale have picked these new props due to the heavy pitch here, and then they've got the likes of Henry Thomas and Ross Harrison to come off the bench, more mobile in the open spaces.
A good pick up by Castle off his toes there to keep the momentum going.
Wasn't it just? Arcevalu leaves it for Carl Dixon. Wrapped up by Mackenzie and Powell, and again it's the choke tackle. It's to ground now. Talking to the Harlequins manager before the game, it was a question whether Joe Trayford would start in the semi-final final, but wanted a bit of experience, especially against the very strong side that Bath put out last week. Arcevalu is an experienced campaigner.
Sale defence very alert and trying to keep an eye on Dixon. Dixon really made Bath suffer last week. He exploited the fringes of the breakdown, always looking. He took on Atwood and Day last week. That time Powell was there to stop that, and Mackenzie as well. I have to be alert, because last week he was able to create mayhem with his little sniping runs, whipping the ball away and attacking forwards. They weren't alert. That time Sale were. Consider the penalty. You have to watch that man, Carl Dixon.
You get too many chances to win silverware in rugby careers. Such an important day for both clubs. Ben Botica, top point scorer in this LV Cup, most accurate kicker as well, 92% coming into this game. First chance for points then. Good strike from Botica, just at the edge of his range.
What I like about him as a goal kicker, even at the edge of his range, it's still a nice, smooth strike of the ball. No overexertion there, he struck that beautifully, as if it was 25 yards or 30 yards out.
There's Wallace. Nominated, wasn't he, for breakthrough player? Luke Wallace, won by ex-tour winger Jack Knoll. Good game for the England under-20s. It's worth saying. Won the under-20s championship, the England under-20 side. Jan, get that one in.
Well done.
Dixon. Buchanan. Here's George Lowe. There's Matt Hopper, really the resident 13 in the Harlequins senior side, if you like. There's Sam Smith. Gaskell is there. He does cover the ground so quickly. Lambert trying to get out, offload away, but look who's down on the ground so quickly. It's Dave Seymour.
Number 13 in the tackle.
Yeah, still a very aggressive defence from St. Leota, twice stepping up really quickly, pressurising Quins. Again, stepping up really, no time at all on Smith at all, really stepping up, preventing that pass for the outside channel, and once he gets back on his feet, and once again steps up hard on that tackle on Lambert. And so he'll have to do that because Quins will probe those channels, will come round the corner and charge, and you can't allow the time and space to exploit. You have to step up, and step up aggressively.
31-23 victory.
Sorry lads, hold on. Right,
over Bath last week.
Sorry, he was a little bit balanced, so we'll start again. Okay?
They were able to get the offloads away. They've got early possession here, haven't they?
Yeah, you can only identify Quins want to keep the ball in hand, look to keep that, go through the phases, trying to create those overlaps, trying to create those mismatches that they exploit so well.
The line speed was a real feature of that win over Saracens for Sale. Only allowed Sale.
Right, you've both gone at the
3
same
points.
time now. Wait for me to say set, please, okay?
In the last 3 games between Sale and Saracens, Saracens have scored 11 tries, so it was a big positive for Sale last week. That line speed on show again here in this LV Cup final.
Yeah, they need to maintain that for the full 80 minutes. No Harlequins will keep coming. That's the type of game they want to play. They're not going to back off that, as Conor O'Shea talked about before the game.
Casson, little short ball onto Lowe, does well to get over the gain line. It's a beautiful pass from Carl Dixon, brother of Lee, of course. Buchanan. Nobody out wide. Tommy Taylor is making the tackle there.
Beaten by the ruck.
Contentious issue, isn't it? Tommy Taylor would claim that he was the man who made the tackle, but the arms didn't come free at any point, and I think that's why Greg Garner has given Harlequins the penalty. Botica with the left boot, puts it into the corner.
I enjoy about Quins, they really ask questions of defences, and Steve Diamond, Ray Redbath will be alert to that. They will ask questions defences constantly. They have to be able to reorganise and reorganise quickly because of the pace that Conor O'Shea's side play with. You have to be able to control that tempo.
Line goes well, Dixon. Vassavalu into Leota. A tackle from him. With Lambert. Botica, here come Harlequins again. Out of the trap so quickly, aren't they? Dixon looking for runners. Gaskell, good tackle from him. Dixon, it's quick hands. It's Williams again. They started so quickly in the semi-final, and they've started quickly again here in the final.
And it's the pace of the phases as well. They go through the phases so quickly, no time to reorganise. That's what it's about, not allowing times of defence to dictate the pace of the game. The attacking side does. That's what Quins do so well. The ball presentation, spot on every time, on the plate for Dixon to find the runner. That time, Guest, ball laid back beautifully, pick up and go. That time, Luke Wallace Milk Wallace is involved, so is Far Savalo, and that then released. Lovely hands for Tom Williams to score out wide. All about the ball presentation, all about the pace of the phases. No time for defences to go wide.
2 tries last week, wasn't it, for Tom Williams? Try again in the final. To go out with a 10-point lead. Just missed the right upright. Was curling around, but in the end just curled around a little too much for Ben Botica.
Lovely quick hands. And that was from Smith to Williams. 2 wings, side by side, lovely quick hands.
So the pace of recycling Harlequins are doing. Dixon again. Into Buckley. So they've turned this ball over. Powell was involved. Buckley was there. Seymour as well. And now for fouls. To Itsupo, McLeod. Leota. Chipped it through for Dixon. There's Charlie Matthews.
Great play by Dixon, covering back there. Didn't panic, didn't rush, didn't offload a ball until it was the right time to do so.
And he looked like he was going to offload, didn't he, to Chisholm, but it wasn't the right decision. And really has had a fabulous opening to 2013, Carl Dixon.
Yeah, the warning signs here about Sale have to make their first up tackles, can't allow defenders to get past the first man. This is Dixon. Could have offloaded that and put his own teammate under pressure. No, bided a bit of time, waited, and then offloaded at the right time. Good intelligent play by Dixon. Sale have to make their first up tackles. They're starting to fall off 1 or 2 already. 35 carries already by Quins. That's exactly the type of game, and that would be worrying, Sale. Having that, Quins are allowed that many carries and making that much yardage. That's going to be tiring to defend.
88% possession in this opening 12 minutes of this game.
Wow, and it's good quality possession they've had as well. Being able to gives you so many options.
Powell, it's explosive stuff from Andy Powell off the base of the scrum. What a couple of weeks he's having, out of contract at the end of the season. McKenzie.
Oh, that's unfortunate. McKenzie losing that ball after that stunning run from Powell. It's his 3rd carry already. Launches himself. Wallace can't get there. Launches himself off the back of that scrum. Makes good 15-20 yards. Ball laid back. Next wave coming along. And then they lost it. But that's the power. That's the dynamism that Powell can offer from 8. Three carries, that's the lion's share already of the carries that Sale have made.
Comes to nothing though. Quins just under a little bit of pressure there. The specialist number 8 is the Andy Powell. You saw it there. So explosive at the base of the scrum, and he'll be able to do the same again here and have the chance anyway, because Sale get the scrum again.
You can see the emotion on his face as well. Not only is he the main ball carrier, he's the cheerleader out there as well. He's the one that's trying to galvanise his teammates around him. He brings so much energy when he's on form.
Very popular man, isn't he? Whatever squad he plays in. Andy Powell, of course, a Lion back in 2009.
And Sale will be glad he's starting to show some of the form that made him sign him to begin with.
Has said that he'd like to stay at the club and can't ignore the performance of last week and the way he started here. Nathan Fowles, good control by Powell again, and this is why they chose Alistair Dickinson and Tony Buckley to drive this scrum forward.
Really good control at the back of that scrum. He didn't want that ball to go out, he wanted to keep that drive going. That's where Sale see they might have a bit of an advantage. Picked a very experienced members in this pack as well, with the likes of Powell, with the likes of Dickinson, and the like of Buckley as well.
And Nathan Fowles was trying to just get his hands in there and take that ball away, but resisted. And right to do so with Powell. He's been caught that time though, but Dixon is offside. And the two scrum halves, rather Nick Farr-Jones and Robert Jones, like just tangle. There's another scrum half. Didn't have the best weekend. Yeah. Rob Shaw's here as well. And
good to see them here, actually. Really good to see them supporting their team in a cup final.
Jack Clifford, the England under-20s captain there. Deserved beer in his hand. But a testament to the atmosphere that Harlequins have at the club throughout all the teams, that those guys have made the trip down here to watch the youngsters.
I think that's what oozes out of the Quins side of
Absolutely.
The culture is embedded there, and that'll serve them well in the long term.
Just get the feeling that Sale need to take every opportunity, because Quins are creating plenty of themselves. Cipriani then. He's got it. 8-3, Harlequins have the lead.
Sale needed that as well. Needed to spend some time in Quins 22 and take some points from it. Really important for the confidence of the Sale side. Been under the cosh the bulk of the start of this game, needed to respond somehow and get some points on the board, and that's what they did. Down to the scrum and the quality of the scrum that helped that, and that charge from Andy Powell.
11 points last week for Danny Cipriani. Here's Powell again.
Good feet for a big man.
It's almost like watching under-12s rugby, isn't it? Give it to the big fella to run through them all.
Take it back.
Tutupa wasn't due to be starting. Will Allison had to pull out. I think they wanted to keep Sam Tutupo fresher for the Premiership endeavours to come. It's Holmes. Now this game is really opening up. It's Brady. This right wing, Cipriani, floats one out. Tommy Taylor into Seymour. Fortunately been ever present all season. Daniel Braid on the bench, of course.
There was an opportunity a little bit wider there. The passes just checked the runners a little bit. There were opportunities, they had numbers out there. Good change direction, whipped around from the blind side to attack the other side, then fed to Itupo. Made good yardage, good change of direction. Good thinking there by Cipriani, and then allowed them to attack the other side of the field. They created the opening, they created the extra man out wide. And again, when they eventually got it back the other side, passing just checked the runners. But again, they responded to this onslaught from Quins at the start of the game. That's exactly what Steve Diamond would have wanted.
Tom Holmes for the line-out take. And he's been taken out in turn. Scored that strange try, didn't he, from the line-out last week.
Playing players without the ball.
Tom Holmes. And the penalty to Sale, and the tide's just turning.
And the set piece is going to be the way they come back into this game. The line-out, they've got a decent line-out, and the scrum is going to be the way they're going to get a hold back on this game. And that try from Holmes last week was a strange run. Not off the training field at all. They got a good line out. And then you see Matthews there. Pulling Holmes down. Oh, that's where the penalty came from. But again, they have a very strong set piece. I want that to be a major factor in today's game.
I'd say credit for Tommy Taylor as well, this 21-year-old. One of those nominations for the breakthrough player. This LV Cup tournament.
And he was excellent in the loose last week. He really was. Really dynamic. He alongside Seymour and Henry Thomas really had.
He's been fantastic all season for them with various injuries. Mark Jones in and out of the treatment room. Signed a new 3-year deal back in November. Tommy Taylor. So highly Steve Diamond rates him. And this is very much the Sale strength, isn't it? Keeping it tight, the driving ball here. It's effective against Saracens. It's good counter drive from Harlequins though. Nathan Fowles has now been dragged into it. So big Tony Buckley, who's a man mountain, isn't he?
Right up!
Whispers that he may be off to London Wasps next season. Just whispers. Fouls. It's to no one. Casson. Lovely hands. And Sam Smith is away. Chisholm. It's a foot race. Brady gets there. (22-22). The young, quick Harlequins backs just so quick. I thought, get that ball wide, chip it downfield.
Oh, that's the one thing Sales need to be fearful of. They can't make errors like that, particularly in the opposition 22, because you know Quins will whip that ball away really quickly, use the pace they've got. Good kick downfield and chased by Chisholm. And in the end, Fowles trying desperately to come back and recover after making that error with a poor pass to begin with. He needed to get back there and fall on that ball, but terrific. Casson there whipping that ball away quickly.
That's twice Tom Casson has showed delightful hands. You know, that fabulous game against Northampton in the Premiership. Jordan Turner Hall and Matt Hopper as well. Lovely selection headaches of Conor O'Shea and Mark Mapletop. Tom Holmes is making real nuisance of himself in there. But Harlequins still have possession. Slower ball though. Dixon has to dig this one out. Guest waits. It's been turned over. Oh, Dixon wasn't happy with the referee. Buckley getting in the way that time. The box kick. Sam Smith is taken by Brady. Good strength from Sam Smith. Bottica now. Gap just opened up in front of him, didn't it? Just can't take the ball with him. Now Sales opportunity. Really entertaining start to this game here at Six Ways in the LV Cup final. Buckley now. That's what Tony Buckley brings to the side. Carrying ability. Lambert drags in, even fouls, and it's a penalty to Sale.
Sale are going to want power, and Buckley to carry a lot today. They have that power. Sale also want to slow down the ball. That's exactly it. They slow down the ball, and that frustrates Dixon. He's not happy with that. But again, the steal from Buckley, they stole that ball, and that's the sort of what Sale have to do today to frustrate Dixon, to frustrate Quins. They don't want Quins to win good quality quick ball, because you've seen the damage they can cause.
You say it's the first piece of silverware this season, senior piece of silverware, we should really say. The A-League title, of course, won by Harlequins already. 14 of this 23-man squad were involved in that final victory. Mackenzie, good line out take from the Scotland A man.
Use it!
Kieran Mile injured at that with a shoulder issue. Here he'll be back in the squad for the Premiership game against Bath on Friday night, so a quick turnaround for Sale, and I have to say that half an eye will probably be in that game, but it doesn't look so far in this opening 23 minutes. Here's Cipriani. What a lavish dummy.
Yeah, good tackle by far, Savile as well. Needed to make that. Tuitubo picked a lovely angle back into the scissors of Cipriani there.
Down again, Buckley again.
Been very evident, Buckley so far, carrying that time rebuffed. But
Dickinson, lovely hand, Seymour. It's back inside into the Harlequins 22. What Buchanan, good tackle from him. Cipriani nice and flat. Here's Tuitupo again. Luke Wallace is in there, straight over the ball. Cipriani, McLeod comes up into the line. Tries Luke Wallace. Slip out of the back of the hand, doesn't work out. Again comes to Williams, now Casson.
Inside, wait lads, one.
Decides just to calm things down for a moment.
one thing to be disappointed at Sale, man, that's twice they've lost the ball in Quins 22, went in good position, and now they find themselves way back over the halfway line, but good angle that time. Tuitupo, scissors off Cipriani. Savile needed to be really on the ball to make that tackle. That's a Quade Cooper-esque type scissors, that is. Very flamboyant. But there was no fooling Savile. He read that all the way. But that's only one of two Tupo, and you're picking those angles off Cipriani.
Over 120 points in the time of the Melbourne Rebels. Danny Cipriani.
There's a lot of work that we're expected on Tupo. Sale aren't blessed with big ball carries in the back line at all. So someone has to pick those angles to get him over the gain line. Powell, Buckley and so on will carry as much as they can, but the backs have to take a share of the load as well.
He scored that try against Ross in the ELV Cup, didn't he? Crucial try.
Yeah, okay.
Playing with a smile on his face, Danny Cipriani. He's a wonderful talent, we know that about him. Just didn't seem to be on his wavelength early in the season, especially in the Premiership campaign.
Time on.
Let's be honest, a lot of their big signings really haven't worked for Sale. And perhaps the secret is trying to develop your own talent, local talent.
Like Harlequins.
Yeah, fine.
Very much local
Touch.
guys from around the home counties. Huge amount of work for the academy, don't they? And Tony Dick praises. Tom Williams sets up again. Tom Guess, he's so quick. Here's Wallace. The route out wide was just cut out by Sale players. There's Varsavalu. Botica now chips through. Nothing fouls. The scrum half, good corner flagging from the young man. Crucial.
Yeah, that's twice now he's had to come back and cover. And a lovely sweeping attack from Quins. Counter-attack. Tom Williams always looking. Dummy. Found a big opening there. Drove through it. Plenty of support. Look at Wallace. And Guess trying to get there on his shoulder. Didn't panic, Wallace. Could have offloaded a 50-50 pass. Didn't. Waited. Playing ball in two hands. Puts doubt in defender's mind. And then sees an opening. And away he goes. You kick loosely, Quins will counter-attack. Because that's in their nature. A lovely offload for Guest. And Wallace is alongside him as well. So we're buying into the fact if there's a loose kick, you will counter-attack, and the team has to be aware. And there you had 8 to 7 to 6, all back rows, all working together as a unit. Little dink through. Again, Holmes is able to carry that ball behind for a scrum 5, but terrific counter-attack by Quins.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chisholm was right on Nathan Powell's shoulder, wasn't he? But Harlequins play heads-up rugby, and that comes right from the top, doesn't it? We heard from Conor O'Shea in that pre-match interview. He expects his team to play, and they do.
And he's quite prepared to make mistakes as well. That's how they grow, that's how they develop.
Touch! Set!
You remember, of course, when both sides had tricky games before the semi-finals as Guess comes away. Oh, he scored!
Easy, lads, easy.
Referee's arm has gone up. And whatever Andy Powell can do, Tom Guess can do too.
Maybe he's taking a bit of a blow as well. 5-yard scrum, picks up really quickly and launches himself. He gets that ball over. He took a bit of a bang in the process, but really good timing in that pickup. Drove past Tom Brady. Got that ball done, but good timing with the pickup.
Okay, thanks.
He is so quick, isn't he? Especially off the mark.
Oh, that's a good finish. That's a terrific finish. But the pace he picked that ball from the back of that scrum really quickly. Didn't know any time.
They are under pressure in the scrum, aren't they? Get that ball out quickly when you've got that kind of pace. That's how to use it.
There's no time for the Sale back row to get there and defend that.
The extras are added by Botica. But he went so wide, didn't he, that Seymour just couldn't get to him. Brady was in. Couldn't make the tackle.
Look at the pickup. Seymour just couldn't get there at all. There's a little bit of it. And on the scrum as well, opens it up. And terrific timing of that pickup. Good hands, good pace.
Knock on advantage, Sale.
Advantage come to Sale. Gaskell.
Advantage over.
Really end-to-end stuff, isn't it? Here's Powell. Cipriani, McLeod is there. He's in an inside centre, wasn't he, last week, McLeod? Hardly mentioned it.
You know how long with the ball here now, we'll turn it over, as we've done on previous visits, the 22.
Fouls Dickinson. Good offload, actually. Scotland loose head. Was in the Six Nations squad, Alistair Dickinson, but had some injury problems, and Ryan Grant is in an excellent Six Nations. There's Buckley.
Still advantage, penalty, Sale.
Still playing advantage. Cipriani decides. The chances are.
And again, advantage.
Gascott. There's Leota. Fouls. Dickinson with Tommy Taylor behind him.
Backwards, backwards.
Tommy just slowing it down. Cipriani. Chisholm. Long advantage for Greg Garner.
Okay, 6, please.
Let's have a penalty.
Yeah, give Tommy Cipriani benefit of the doubt. Knew there was a penalty coming there.
Yes, penalty.
Cipriani is a running threat. He's very quick.
Penalty here. You played him out
Quins
without
have to be aware of that. So we'll want to be trying to attack those channels.
So you play the man without the ball. Okay, substruction. Go.
7 years ago, Sarah in their last final, Premiership final, wasn't it? 2006. Compare that to Harlequins' records and finals. In the last 5, a record that stretches back 12 years, up to 2001 Tetney Bidler Cup final. Remember Dave Waller trial, 3 minutes into injury time. Won the Premiership since then, the Challenge Cup since then.
Good knowledge, Johnny.
Cipriani has to use the post. They all count though.
He gave that a fair wallop as well, because he was only about 20 yards away from the post. But he'll take it. Sale needed that as well. Just took a bit of the steam out of this Quins onslaught. But the way things are going, I think they're going to need to score tries as well. Penalties won't be enough, because Quins look as if they're going to score tries it when they have any chance come their way.
100% for Danny Cipriani so far today. It's Charlie Ingle. Inside to Plough, good fend from Wallace, who has another bite of the cherry. And he's turned it over as well. Dixon, space. No right-hand side low, decides to go back on his left. Varsavulu, Smith. The chip through. Tom Brady.
No quick.
Turns and uses his pace, and had to.
Yeah, once again, I like a change of direction. Heads up, had a look, low, change direction. Spotted there was no options on his side, turned on the other way. A little dink down, the pressure's maintained on Sale. And once again, a steal at the breakdown. A little dink through from Smith. Chisholm's there. But that change of direction once again from low. Playing heads up rugby, as you talked earlier on, Donny.
Sorry, that's on. Okay. You happy? Full man.
5 metres out now, Harlequins. This first half has just flown by, hasn't it? Such entertaining rugby. Twomey, just 20 years of age, the number 4. Dixon organising stuff now. It's slow, but I'll look to generate quick ball. Is Wallace. Guest wants to get on the score sheet again. Guest, he's twisting, he's turning.
Okay, no advantage. Guards offside.
We were playing advantage though.
Hold on.
Guest knew that. Dixon wants to take it quickly.
There you go. Guards sign from 6 to set offside.
15-6 the score. What would be your decision, Johan?
You have to be on the line.
Yeah, I think they're going to take the points here. And opening up that gap even further. But when they do get an opportunity, they look dangerous. And they're in the 22, they're alert, pace, there's an urgency to them as well. They sense an opportunity, they really do drive home. They get a chance. And Wallace, Guest alongside him, pick up. and drive. Good leg power as well, but good defence by Sale, just keeps him out. And again, as you always see, everybody dives in the top, so you can't see a clear camera angle on whether the try was scored or not. Everyone does that now. But they seem so intent when they're in the 22 to score points.
Bartica curls it round very well. Jogs back with his captain. Job well done for this fly up. 6 starts in this LB Cup.
Yeah, it's been a good first half for Quins. They're doing their best to stay with them. They haven't taken the chances when they've gone on the 22. I just don't think 3 points at a time is going to be enough to keep up with Quins.
12-point lead for Harlequins. Here's Bartica, of course. Roy Clegg, who's in the Harlequin squad, has had to go off to lead. He gets some game time. It's only Buckley erected so quickly. Off to Powell, and that Buckley axis between him and Powell is working again. Fouls. Cipriani again dinked through. Chisholm is there. Let's go again, showing real maturity. A man of his age.
Cipriani looking for those little dinks through. Didn't quite come on any fruit at the moment, but they were very alert that time. Buckley alert at the turnover. They don't want to allow Quins to start running their way out of their own 22. You've got to be ready. Got to pressurise them, and you really got to compete at the breakdown.
Through lack of fight, is it? Sailor down on the scoreboard. That thrashing by Leicester Tigers a few weeks ago. Reacted in that semi-final. Really playing for the Sale Shark shirt. Knock on from Sale at the line out as Powell and Charlie Matthews equate themselves with each other.
That's the frustration from Powell as well. That's another unforced error in good field position from Sale. Again, at times Charlie Matthews and couldn't run after Vanny Powell. Last week Dominic Day tried pulling his head off his shoulders, and that was a key moment potentially in the game as well. Bath in the shadow of the Quins post with a driving maul, penalty conceded, 14-7 down. All of a sudden Quins go the other side, 21-7 instead of 14-all. That was a big moment in the game.
Low. He seems to get past that first man, wasn't helped, so was allowed to scrabble along the ground. Fast to Valou. Wallace in there to secure possession. Dixon. There is Charlie Matthews, 21 years of age. In the England under-20 squad a couple of years ago. Knew then that he was going to be a special player. There's Will Collier. A young man.
To let go of the player, okay?
Dixon goes quickly. Buckley just standing in his way, and Dixon had to run a long way to get round Tony Buckley. Seymour. Nathan Fowles putting his body on the line.
9 off his feet.
Illegally.
I thought Rob Buchanan did exceptionally well there. He was isolated for some time.
9, you can't go off your
His
feet.
team a few seconds, precious seconds to get there and support him. But they're probing those outside channels quite a lot, Quins, at the moment.
He has been doing some good work on this left wing, isn't it, Rob Buchanan? A couple of times he's been out here using his strength.
Yeah, making good yards. Well, that's good work by Buchanan. He's outnumbered 3-1, but he just makes us good yards after the tackle, keeps that leg drive going, just buys a bit of time. Fowles diving in and couldn't force that turnover, and the penalty came. And yet another good attacking position now for Quins as we come down to the end of this first half.
Penalties conceded by Sale. Dixon. Sulu at the tail of the line out. We're clearing out from Sam Smith. Bartica. Casson. His hands normally so reliable. That time pass was just a bit too much for him.
Yeah, that's an error from Quins in the opposition 22. You don't get that very often. He looks so clinical in those areas normally. And Sale would be relieved at that. That was a good attacking position, good quality line-off ball as well. You see plenty of numbers at their attack. A little bit further wide, plenty of numbers. They hadn't overcommitted to the breakdown. Again, he was starting a stretch at Sale defence. And Sale will be pleased that the error came.
Touch! Set!
They're looking threatening again, weren't they? Harlequins, as they have done this opening 38.5 minutes. But one last chance then for Sale as Leota. Tuitupa.
Good step from Tuitupa, beating that first man.
Cipriani. Charlie Engel against Charlie Matthews. Stood tall, the winger.
So good to have a step these days. It's so physical. You have to have a step just to move your point of focus.
A rather loose kick to Ross Chisholm. Runs it back towards Sale. So Harlequins possibly this last chance then. Twomey.
Lovely inside pop from Dixon.
So often use that, don't they? Not only with Dixon but Danny Kerr as well. There it is again. Arcevalu. Tackled by Dickinson.
Take steps, seven.
Dixon again with a box kick. Tom Brady takes the mark. Haven't seen too much of Tom Brady's pace, only in defence really so far.
Bright attacking talent, bags of pace. No evidence of that in the first half anyway.
And there is half-time. Really entertaining first 40 minutes.
Yeah, both sides in their own way have shown an intent to play rugby. Quins have looked to play quick ball away, and when they do, they look threatening constantly. The set piece has really been a big part of Sale's ability to compete with Quins. They need to score tries, though, I think, if they are going to upset the Quins side at the moment. They've looked very impressive for me. Sale have battled well, but they need a little bit more in order to beat this Quins side.
Half-time then in this LV Cup final. Harlequins 18, Sale 6.
Rather like their Premiership campaign, Sale are going to have to do this the hard way. They are down by 18 points to 6 at half-time. Harlequins with a couple of tries in the first half from Tom Williams and Tom Guest, and they are very much in the ascendancy. But let's hear from the Sale head coach Brian Redpath, who's ready to talk to Bill Latham.
Thank you, Alex. Brian, 6 visits to Harlequins 22. How disappointed are you they only got 6 points from that territory?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a few opportunities. We've kicked a couple of balls away, and we maybe should keep hold of it. So we just need to control our own game as much as letting them play their game. Defensively, we need to come off the line a little bit quicker, because when they play phases, they're a very good side. They've shown that all season. So defensively, we've got to sharpen up and be a bit more aggressive in a line speed. And then when we have it, just have a bit more confidence and patience.
How vital is it that you score first?
Oh, it's massive. We've come back from this deficit before, so that's not a huge concern. But the next 50 minutes are vitally important.
And how long till we see your bench coming on?
We haven't thought about that. Wait and see how the next 50 minutes go, and then we've got some decisions after that.
Cheers, Brian.
Cheers, Staff.
Second half then of the 2013 LV Cup final. And you feel that Sale cannot rely purely on scoring penalties. They have to score some tries, and they have to score first and early. Utterly absorbing the first 40 minutes, wasn't it? Harlequins being allowed to play the way that they know, building up the phases and quick phases as well, and creating those opportunities. Cipriani, rather wobbly pass, but Powell takes it on, smashes Carl Dixon to the ground. Nathan fouls now. Cipriani, Tuitupa, Dickinson, good hands from him, not the first time in this game. Engel into the 22, Cipriani. Door just closed on him, didn't it, with Charlie Matthews and Luke Wallace.
He didn't kick the ball away, held on to possession. That's the key for Sale. Hold on to the ball when you get in these sort of areas.
Harlequins are holding on to their man here. McLeod just slots in at first receiver. Leota. Good early possession here. Penalty advantage now. There's Buckley. Cipriani. Throws on out. It's forward to Holmes. And again, we'll give Danny Cipriani the benefit of the doubt that he knew the penalty was coming.
Yeah, good attempt, right from their own 22 as well, but that's a nice floated pass for Powell on to. Picked his hole, kept that, just stayed on his feet, shrugging away would-be tacklers. That's what they want from Powell. A nice feed from Cipriani. Cipriani, take the ball to the gain line and then unleash your ball carriers. And when you have the sort of power of Powell, just dismissing Dixon away there with some ease, you want him running onto the ball into the holes. But good attacking intent from deep in their own 22 as they started that move. Played with a bit of width, stretched the Quins defence, but only held on to the ball.
A lovely pass, invited Andy Powell onto it, didn't he? Danny Cipriani. Now he's got this opportunity to get the first points of this second half. Yeah. And he does. Up to 9 now, Sale.
Needed to score first. Again, needed to get points early on. Move that scoreboard early on.
The two Premiership meetings between the two sides in September, 37-14 to Harlequins, and then 30 points to 21 in February. 7 tries to 4.
Take it back.
That lead call, of course, Harlequins second. The Saracens.
Play on.
Sale second from bottom. That goes out of the window today. Cipriani floated that ball out. Tom Williams is an arch poacher, isn't he? We saw he got that interception last week. So close again there, Harlequins, to intercepting that. Risky stuff.
Yeah, Sam Smith nearly had it ran out of the 22 earlier on from the restart of the second half. That time, that's a very risky, speculative pass from Cipriani. In the air a long time. You're asking for someone to intercept that. That ball is in the air, that's high in the air. And Smith was sniffing that, he thought he was in. Didn't quite get there.
Good line-out ball for Matthews. Casson! Oh, it's straight through it! Tom Casson! We said how important it was for Sale to score tries. They haven't at the beginning of the second half. It's Harlequins who have scored through Tom Casson.
That's the thing, when you score your points in 5s and 7s, makes it very hard for the opposition if they're only scoring by penalties, and that's clinical. At the tail, nice early pass, take the ball to the gain line, and Powell can't get there. He's sold himself totally there, got himself in totally the wrong position. And Casson goes well, show and go, ball in 2 hands, looking to pass, saw an opportunity and took it. Casson's had a strong game.
Again, heads up rugby. The move was surely to pass that ball wider. Casson just saw it open up, saw Powell in front of him. Door was open and Casson just ran through it.
Yeah, we've lauded Powell's contributions to the game, but that time he got that badly wrong.
Bottica hasn't got that long, is he? Oh, fine kick from Ben Bottica. What an understudy to Nick Evans he is.
Ball in 2 hands, dummy. Cipriani goes out, waiting for Powell to get there. He couldn't get there, and away goes Casson. What a response. 3 points from Sale, 7 from Harlequins. Doesn't take much of mathematician to work out. You cannot win games if you're only scoring by 3s and the opposition is scoring by 5s and 7s.
25 points to 9 now. Harlequins lead. Don't stop coming though, Sal. You get that feeling that plenty has been written about them, plenty has been said in changing rooms, in weeks, in senior players' meetings. They even apologised to the management after the performance, the debacle, the embarrassment, as Steve Diamond called it, against Leicester. Not going for post that time. going for the corner, Cipriani. They realise how important it is to cross the whitewash.
Winning a bit of silverware for Sale, considering the season they've had so far, would be so important in terms of getting them optimism from now in the end of the season. That bit of energy, rejuvenation you'd have from winning some silverware really would be an impetus in the country now and their survival in the Premiership. Look at that. The visits to the 22, 6 visits from Quins, 22 points, 8 and 9 points from Sale. That's where the difference is.
Springboard it would be. Harlequins got place, of course. They've been given a lifeline with London Welsh. He deducted 5 points. More appealing, of course, though. Powell that time stopped by Cass, and the man who just ran past. And it's another mistake in the danger zone from Sale. Now that line out in Harlequin 22, and they cough the ball up.
It's having that composure. And Nathan Fowles that time got a little bit excited, but again, lovely pass, lovely weighted pass from him to Powell. Launches Powell over the gain line. And Powell's always looking to offload there.
Okay, wait.
Just a bit more excitement on the pass to Fowles. Thinking what he was going to do before he caught the ball. So he cannot afford to keep doing these errors in that zone.
Sale, far side. Far side.
That's a free kick to Harlequins. That's a Dickinson. Hitting early. Bottoming down to McLeod as the sun comes out here. Dixon. Must have been a lively household when the Dixon brothers were growing up, mustn't it? Plenty of busy pills available. But he just slots in for Danny Kerr, doesn't he? Some kind of player. A little inside flick that time to Sam Smith. And Dixon again, Rob Buchanan.
Yeah, he wanted a bit of parent time in that household, wouldn't he?
Definitely in bed for 7.
But again, once again, the lovely inside pass from Dixon has been very effective. Got him over the gain line.
Vassavalu tries his luck through the middle. Just uses brute strength in the end. Botica, he sees something opening up. Dixon. He was through himself that time. Chisholm comes in to play scrum half. Quins on the attack again here. What a drive, another nail in the coffin. Wallace. 2 metres short now, Harlequins. Ball just pops out. Harlequins over the line. Plenty of bodies there.
I could not see the ground. I'll check.
Assistant referee Paul Dix on that far side says he can't see the grounding.
Time off. We're going to get time off, all right? I'll go and check that. Time off. Okay, Graham.
And we will go to the television match official, Graham Hughes.
Definitely tell from this angle.
It's Mark Lambert, isn't it? Question is, try yes or no. Sure, we're going to see from that angle. This is the one.
You can't get closer than that, can you? Well, John Burdock Harriman might as well be in that move, actually. He's in there.
There's absolutely no doubt it's there from that camera angle. Brilliant positioning.
And there's no way he could give a try. There's no grounding there.
Credit to Brady as well.
Yeah, getting in there. But again, I like the movement of Quins there, the way they moved. Defences around, they're looking, they're popping, putting people in pace constantly. As Sale are bringing on the cavalry.
I was going to say the trumpet has sounded. Here come the cavalry. Henry Thomas is there. Daniel Braid is there. Dwayne Peel is there. Andrei Ostrakov is there as well. What replacements to bring off the bench. We wondered how they would use them today. Of course, Premiership survival, the #1 goal this season, but obviously keen to get back into this final, try and win the thing.
Yeah, before Quins disappear too far over the horizon. 9 to 25. Still, you can bridge that gap. If we would make any more, then it would be very difficult. So it's the last throw of the dice to an extent from Sale. As Quins respond and bring on James Johnston.
Here's a Samoan international, just one change for Harlequins.
Come on. Let's get timing.
Big first scrum, isn't it? 5 metres out.
Happy with that, Cat?
Johnston's an absolute cornerstone of this Harlequins scrum all season. Off to Saracens next season. Sensible from the referee. New props in there. Henry Thomas on the far side as well.
A little bit of you, a little bit of him.
Just says reset.
Both at the same time, huh?
Dwayne Peer, what a man to bring off the bench.
Okay,
Played
wait for
as
set.
well.
Bags of experience for those two players. Top-end quality.
Crouch!
Mark Cueto still with
Touch!
the tracksuit on.
Same again, lads.
So
Both one at the same time.
really
Okay,
need
wait
to
for it.
hold out Quins now.
Yeah, another try here, and you sense it's a mountain to climb.
So rather start a steep hill as it is.
Not Kilimanjaro kind of thing you've challenged in the past before, yeah, but more of an Everest for Sale.
Touch!
Free kick, Harlequins. They'll go quickly, it's Guest. Holmes, good tackle from him. There's the ball for Harlequins. Dixon is there. Well, Buchanan waits. Dixon again. Botica. McLeod is there. Oh, he's knocked it backwards.
Oh, fingertip by McLeod, and he had to get there because Tom Williams was waiting for that ball as well. Nearly inch perfect kick. Well, a kick pass really from Botica. But McLeod does well, just about got his fingertips, just blocked up probably the flight of the ball from Tom Williams. I think just prevented that, as that was, you can just imagine Tom Williams having his arms out ready to accept that. And that was probably much game over if that had happened.
And you have to say, Nick McLeod has done brilliantly there, is running sideways and backwards.
Touch! Set!
Just did enough, didn't he? But that's when you can kick the ball in attacking position. Guess again. He's already scored one from the base of the scrum. Joe Traper's just come on, he's driving his man over the line. Tommy Taylor dives straight in and obstruct the cameras.
That's time off. Time off, it's okay.
Yeah, it is very difficult to get a clear shot of that one. Guest has been powerful once again.
You've got to keep up as well, okay? Yeah, I know,
Don't need to go to the television match official outside. Fairly clear it was held up.
but you gave up a little bit easy for
Mark Cueto is on, wearing 23, so huge amount of experience have come on for Sale.
Guest is so quick off the mark from the base of that scrum though.
Crouch! Touch!
James Johnston.
Set!
See the difference he's made to the Harlequins.
Yeah, okay,
Squirts out now, Dixon. Casson weaving his way towards that line. Good tackle from Henry Thomas. Harlequins still on the attack here, but Sale know just how important it is to keep them out here. Chisholm.
On the line, advantage offside.
Wallace. Wallace is over. He has captained this Harlequin side in this LV Cup quite brilliantly this season, and he has now possibly got the try. that means the Harlequins win this trophy.
There's so many options for Carl Dixon at scrum half. So many viable running options to pick. Carson picks a lovely angle at him, back in, quick feet, gets past that first tackler, and you have to get past that first tackler. Then option to go wide. This on the back on the blind side. Chisholm fights, draws in even more defenders. Once again, another good running angle again. Always, all Dixon has to do is put that ball pretty much in the air and wait for a runner to come onto it. That's a team very much on the front foot, Johnny.
Botica gets the conversion, as you say. And that wasn't clean ball from the scrum, but even when it doesn't go to plan, there's so many options for Dixon, as you say, Jan.
Yeah, he just puts his hand on the ball and just puts it out there. And a sympathetic pass. That's about, you don't try zipping that ball away, just put it there and wait for the next wave of runners to come.
Such composure from Harlequins. Dave Ward is on hooker for Harlequins. Here comes Henry Thomas. Turnover ball for Sale. Need to react very positively here, Sale. Penalty. Dwayne Peel demanded it, and he's got himself the penalty. Gets the ball back from Powell. Now Cipriani floats one out. Ingle. Slowed right down for Peel now. Cipriani. Oschakov. Majority of the season out injured. The Russian knocked forward. Powell cuffs it up again. And there is the difference. When Harlequins get down into the danger zone, they come away most of today with tries and conversions. Sale, when they're down there, they can't convert.
Well, lost possession is criminal, but when it's done in the opposition 22, even more so. You know, when you do spend time, and it's been, Sale have been under pressure in their own territory quite a number of times, you have to be able to respond. And that time, Powell once again, who was their primary source of getting all over that game line, that ball carry, the big ball carry they have, you have to hold on to it.
Okay, I'm guessing it's near his touchline. Okay, so
and that's, look at the scoreboard ticking over for Quins. Penn, try, Penn, try. That scoreboard is moving over at the rate of knots.
And after a reaction to Sale's penalties as well, Quins have gone right back down the other end and got some points themselves.
Crouch! Time off. You okay?
It's just confidence running through Harlequins, isn't it? Well, 19 wins of the last 22 games in all competitions.
Yeah, and this is a side, this unit that Quins have got out here today, they've been together, they've won the A division, and that's gone well for them as well, A-League. And here, this is their trophy, this is their competition. And when you're comfortable playing alongside each other, you don't make the errors.
Harrison is on as well in the Sale front row. Sale pull forward again. Peel, Thomas.
13 Quins offside.
Advantage coming to Sale. George Lowe is offside. There's Gaskell. Cipriani again. With a wraparound ball, Leota. Didn't Sale need that?
Desperately needed that. All about the accuracy at times, letting Sale down. That time, they got the handling right. Cipriani looking for the wraparound. People followed him. He was a decoy. Lovely interplay. An understanding between Tuitupu and Leota. Nice hands by Tuitupu. You can see what it means to Sale. They needed that try, but that's a beautiful pass, no look pass, knowing his midfield partner was going to be there when he put the ball in the air.
They spent most of the Premiership season in the centres together, haven't they, Leota and Tuitupu?
And that was all about understanding. Yes, accuracy, but all about understanding.
Cipriani can't had the conversion. It remains 32 points to 14.
Yeah, it was a disappointing kick from Cipriani. On the right side of the field for him as a left footer. Should have done a bit better than that.
But they've given themselves a lifeline, haven't they, with that Leo to try. Beautifully worked as well, and they get it right. They can convert. Charlie Walker is on for Tom Williams. There he is, fresh white shirt and making a tackle straight away. And Charlie Ingle, Cipriani, clears downfield towards Chisholm. It was originally a blood sub, but it's on permanently now for Tom Brady. Dixon
whipping that ball away really quickly, Dixon at the moment.
squirts out Sale's side, but illegally.
Sorry,
So there's a referee Garner. Then Gaskell, I think the man penalised that time.
Yeah, Daniel Braid there trying to steal that. Well, desperate not to allow Quins good quality ball, but lovely hands. Look at that, that's timing, that's understanding as well as execution. And they needed that. You can see with the emotion on the face, they needed a score there. And that score would have started to take on horrific proportions. They needed a score.
36 points separate these two in the league. O'Shea questioning something. Colin Osborne alongside, and like the players, they come through the ranks. Tony Dipper is a former player here, of course. Colin Osborne has been at the club since it was created.
Colin O'Shea always talks of performance. He must be really happy with the way this young side has performed today.
Botica, Casson. Choosing doing the high hurdles.
I think Tutu took two players there with that tackle.
Which was unfortunate there, just got caught up in the tackle and in the end was holding on to the ball. And so I've got the penalty, they have to go quickly. And Cipriani's gone straight downfield. There's Peel chasing, showing real pace, Dwayne Peel.
Yeah, there's some life left in those legs. Good chase, he needed to do that. Decision from Cipriani to kick downfield. Sale had a bit of hoping the ball didn't go to the 22 and force Walker to run the ball back. He goes there hoping that ball goes in the 22, he can kick straight to touch, but the pressure coming from Peel, good pressure.
A good net gain for Sale. Good option from Cipriani. There is Peel. As I said, did just have to double check that it was Dwayne Peel, screaming down the middle of the field. Into the last quarter then of this LV Cup final. Harlequins have led from the very outset, but Sale are not giving up. Haven't had much to shout about all season, especially their fans. In this final now, when you get to a final, you want to win it. That's exactly what Sale are showing here. Not won anything since 2006 when they won the Premiership title.
Good Gaskell way out here on the touchline.
Tuipulotu, it's Holmes. Just got a hand in there to Gaskell.
Yeah, Gaskell, I think, was expecting a high kick. Again, he took the ball standing still.
Henry Thomas. He really is one for the future, isn't he, Henry Thomas? Peel ricochets around into the arms of the long-locked Luke Wallace.
Yeah, running out of steam there. Sale standing still.
Again, Danny Cipriani, not too many options. Harlequins have the ball, there are so many options. Just came off a boot there. And it's back for Dwayne Peel, is it?
Plays a hold their depth, a weight to run on with the ball, not stand still taking the ball, hold your depth.
Gaskell, McLeod, Tuipulotu. There's only one way he's trying to go through. Walker, who's straight over the top. Tuipulotu, boot to ball.
Wait, 16!
That's Chisholm. You cannot take your eye off this game for a moment. Mark Cueto. He was at this club when they won the Premiership back in 2006. Leota, the try scorer.
It's a bit of urgency and a bit of hunger in Sale now. Where's Bonin? Oh man, lovely interpreting him and Leota earlier on for the try. That time, like a sheer strength and power, staying on his feet to Ichupo. That's very uncomfortable for young Charlie Walker there. That low centre of gravity, so hard to bring down. But that's what we haven't seen from Sale enough in this game.
Well, being an England Schools 100-metre finalist, Charlie Walker, Ichupo wasn't going to run round him.
I don't think Ichupo's run around anybody, to be honest.
Cipriani, Leota again, giving England this opportunity. Chisholm is there. But the concentration from Harlequins hasn't dropped, has it? Tommy Taylor. 10th tackle for Tom Castle, we're hearing. It's James Johnston and Charlie Matthews now making the tackle. Gaskell had another fine afternoon, hasn't he, James Gaskell?
As this is the area of Quins 22. They haven't always maintained this sort of accuracy and composure. They need to do it now.
Peel to Powell, the two Welshmen. And Powell has knocked that ball on. Not for the first time in this half. Guest thinks he can see something down the short side. And Matthews. Lambert. Close to scoring a try of his own, wasn't he? Earlier in this half. Dixon shapes for the box kick. Got his blocker there in Tom Guest. Still hasn't found touch though. Ingle.
Yeah, well claimed by Ingle.
Good clearing out from Ross Harrison. Taylor, the two front rowers there. So evident for Sale in their season. Dixon is back there too, Tupou. Speedy the end, McLeod. Ball still isn't off the field. Leota. A long passage of play this is. Peel. Real urgency to Sale now with quick hands. Bray from Thomas. Daniel Bray. Almost up to that Harlequins 22 now.
Lovely hands by Sale now. Blindside.
Ostrikov just about held on to it, didn't he? Peel again. Cipriani. Here's Cueto. Tackled by Wallace. Gaskell is calling for it on the right-hand side. Sale need to win the ball first. Cipriani. Taylor again. His work rate is immense. Ingle. Been very evident in the last 5 minutes or so, the winger. There's Gaskell again.
Sale getting an offload going really well.
Cipriani flicks it inside to McLeod. And it's knocked on. Bottiger comes out with it for Harlequins. You can see the disappointment on Danny Cipriani's face. It was building then.
Really good play by Sale. Good interplay, good offloading, getting those ball carriers to play. Lovely play. Braid very much at the core of it as well, around the blind side. And attacking the blind side. Lovely hands. Ingle, good take and give. Henry Thomas there as well. Braid, good angle. And the pressure, it's about holding your depth. Give a chance for the passer to get you the ball. At times they've been guilty of overrunning and having to force the pass. That time they held their depth just a bit. Yeah, that should have been taken by McLeod. Our inside pass. I've seen Quins use that inside pass quite a lot. Dixon in particular has used the inside pop to great effect in the game so far. That time Cipriani looking for McLeod. McLeod took his eyes off the ball.
Cass is off. Rory Clegg comes on. Bottiger goes to inside centre.
The pace of the game really has upped again.
You say Sale's offloading and good play. They came away with nothing again. That really is the tale of this LV Cup final. 15th carry for Andy Powell.
That is the difference in the two sides, Johnny. In the 22, Quins are taking their points.
Brown is on as well for Harlequins in the second row.
We've got to applaud this response and say they really have brought an energy as we go into the final quarter of this game. We needed to respond because Quins were starting to disappear over the horizon.
And Steve Diamond openly has criticised his player, the effort they put in certain games during this season. He cannot fault the effort put in the last 2 rounds of this LV Cup.
Game against Saracens and again today, plenty of effort. Times a little bit lack of composure and finishing quality has hurt them.
They may not win today, but they've got themselves to a final, and there's plenty for them to work on going into the last 5 games of the Premiership season. It's been a real springboard for them all season, but especially in the last couple of weeks.
When you come down to these final games, it is about that character. It's all about that character, that resilience. As you saw Steve Diamond working the cameras there.
Yeah, apologise to any lip readers out there. Scrum just gone down. Greg Garner wants to reset. Just over 11 minutes left. 32-14. Sam
Come a little bit closer for him, please, James. No, stop, lads, hold on.
In the second half, we started very effective, carrying the ball far more. 7 carries, got over the game line. Over 50% of that time as well.
Should be one more line under that, should he? Defenders run over the top of one. Charlie Walker.
Sail.
Penalty Harlequins.
James is binding under pressure.
There's a huge Harlequins following here that have come. They roared at that decision.
You can see from the body language of Quins, I think they knew how important that was. They needed to take the steam out of this Sale attack because the momentum has gone towards Sale a little bit. They've started to make good yardage as well, all starting to look dangerous. Just taking a little bit of steam out of that now. A little bit of the momentum's gone.
It's a club that are doing things right on and off the field, like the Harlequins. Started by Mark Evans, held on by Dean Richards and Conor O'Shea and the rest of his coaching team. Mark Lambert is off.
10 minutes. Close time.
Martho is on. Another youngster, just 22 years of age. Look at the young props. Collier, Martho, Buchanan, hooker as well. Future is very, very bright for Harlequins. Don't worry about the future. They're winning stuff at the moment. There is Rory Clegg. Been up and down the motorway, isn't he, from Leeds in the last few months. Chisholm. Sam Smith again, but it came off a Sale player.
I can't hold in the fitness of both these sides. They're keeping going, maintaining that energy, maintaining the pace of the game as well. That has been a really enjoyable game. There's a lot of tackles out there. Some missed tackles as well, but such is the enterprise shown by both sides.
Come closer. Thank you.
Well, he's only been out of the full stage of this LV Cup competition a couple of years ago now. They lost to Newcastle. Top seeds coming into the knockout phases this season, though. Of course, home quarter-final in the Heineken Cup next month against Munster to come. Second in the league.
They're getting used to winning silverware, getting used to being in the business end of competitions.
And the other thing they've done is they've had more winnable games against the likes of Zebre and the Heineken Cup. These youngsters have come in and played 20 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, just getting used to high-level competition.
Well, it's important you integrate the youth as well and give them opportunity. It doesn't become such shell shock then when they do eventually end up playing in major games.
Sale, on the other hand, have relied hugely, especially in the Premiership, on particular starting 15.
Ostrikoff there diving through, desperate to stop the rhythm that Dixon's got in his game at the moment.
Joe Trafford does carry so well. Another one of those who's up against Jack Noel in the LV breakthrough player nominations.
Carries of Tom Guest made today really has been impressive. That's 14 carries. Big workload from Guest today.
Trafford again. Martha is there to clear out and clears out. Summer Plum, Clegg. Charlie Matthews wasn't expecting it, was he?
Got advantage, Sale.
Now Sale. Leota, Peel. See the options, the lack of options for Peel.
There's a good press up from Quins. They understood they lost the ball. Weren't prepared to allow Sale opportunity to counter-attack there. Wanted to close down the space. So there weren't many options open to Peel.
Cueto, good hands from him. Cipriani. Charlie Amesbury up against Charlie Walker. Lowe, look at the leg drive of George Lowe. Driving his man back. McLeod. Tuitupo direct as ever.
Good angle from Tuitupo.
Side and roll away.
Peel goes quickly from the penalty. Amesbury.
It was well taken by Amesbury, that was.
Taylor. Evening sun here at Sixways. The fine venue, appropriate venue, the LV Cup final. 3 of the last 4 years now. The home of the Worcester Warriors.
Yeah, opportunity there. They had the extra man handling. They let them down a little bit right at the very end. Done by Mark Cueto. And they had Powell out there waiting for that ball.
Harlequins have been involved in 10 finals in their history. They won 7 of them. They won their last 5 in a row. The last one they lost was back in 2001, as we've discussed, against Newcastle.
What happened in the last one?
Ian, time for your man of the match.
There's been some stand-up performances for me from the Quins in particular. I like the fluency they've shown, and Dixon's been very central of that. Good quality ball being back, always lively, as he was last week against Bath as well. Really keeping that rhythm going, which is so key to the way and the philosophy that Quins have at the moment. But for me, for the man who stood up, Tom Guest, he scored a try, he's carried I think 14 times already, he's taken over the mantle. There's no Nicky still out there. Tom Guest has sort of pulled that role and that dynamic ball carrying ability, the strength he's shown as well. He's been tireless in his work around the field alongside Far Savalu and Wallace as well.
Yeah, he must have come across a long way.
And he's been really strong for me. Tom Guest is my LV man of the match. You look at his stats, 14 carries, 10 times out of the 14 he's got over the game line and beaten defenders as well, and he's shown those qualities that Quins would have wanted for a man who's standing into Nick Easter's shoes today.
Clegg does a sensible thing. Just says to Sale, we've got the lead on the scoreboard, and had some lead as well. Try and score from there.
I do feel slightly sorry for Carl Dixon, man. He could have won man of the match last week and decided to go with Wallace, and he could have won it again today and I'd gone for Tom Guest. But really, that hub 8 and 9 has been key influences for me, particularly when it comes to those killer zones in the 22. They maintained their composure, they've held their depth as well, and they've kept that movement going. Really been impressing me, really clinical in those red zones.
Charlie Matthews. Going to try against rounds ago in the Premiership. Aston Crowe wearing 16 for Sale, just come on. Now Harlequins showing another string to their bow. They're driving more, they get a penalty from it. They're just watching the clock now. Harlequins, they know this game is theirs, and it's been won in impressive style.
Conor O'Shea wants to see this young team grow, and he's seen them grow very much in front of his eyes this season. A lot of players out there with Premiership experience, with European experience as well, for a young team. And obviously got a very bright future. And is on top of a very established Premiership and Heineken team as well. Much to look forward to for the Quins management.
And they often talk about the players, the management, buying into, believing in what they're doing. And you can see it in every game, every side that comes onto the field for Harlequins. They will buy into the processes.
Very much up. But in this competition, it's been this set of players, and they really have responded admirably.
Conor has trusted them to see them all the way through the temptation. Leicester last season dropped in a few first teamers, didn't they, against Northampton in this final.
And a well-earned rest there for Carl Dixon, who has had a really excellent game. It hasn't been a serene flow for Quins this year. They've had one or two little bumps in the way, but you're always going to get that in a season. It's how you respond to those challenges. And they really have responded magnificently.
This young side, Harlequins, trusted all the way through to this final, and right to do so, wasn't he, Conor O'Shea?
This side are now still going. The treble is still on.
Never been done before. Home quarter-final against Munster, we've already spoken about.
Some achievement if they manage to do it. Particularly, they might well have to go to France for a semi-final as well, if they do manage to overcome Munster, that is. Plus, the Premiership battles are undoubtedly ahead of them. There'll be some achievement. This is the first part of it.
And of course, the likes of Chris Robshaw, Mike Brown, Danny Kerr to come back into the side. And they'll be keen, aren't they, won't they, after yesterday's performance at the Millennium Stadium, back into a Quins shirt. Leo to a last try for Sale then.
Too often their handling has let them down. So you saw the try that Leo scored. The handling was exceptional there, but far too often, I think there's something about 10 handling errors, and that's what you can't afford to do if you want to win big games.
Jordan Burns on the scrum half now, demanding the penalty from referee Craig Garner, gets it. And every player in the Harlequins shirt very, very comfortable with ball in hand. But Sale, you have to give credit to them, that after the season they've had, as Botica finds a fantastic touch, perhaps one last flourish on the scoreboard for Harlequins, but Sale, full credit to them after the season they've had to come out into this LV Cup semi-final and final this week. Full credit to them and the heart they've shown.
And if they are to survive in the Premiership, they will look upon the LV warmly, because it's been a godsend to them. It's brought them a bit of confidence. It's got them back into winning. But they're up against a quality side today. They've shown great character, but Quinn just had that extra bit of quality on the field, sort of accuracy when the points are at stake, and that's been the difference in the two sides.
Just when you speak about accuracy on the Harlequins line out, don't quite get it right, do they? Game going into the final minute now, just takes a lull. Saracens next away for Harlequins in the Premiership, then Gloucester away, then that Heineken Cup quarter-final, followed by Bath at home, Worcester here at 6 away, and then final game of the season against Northampton. It's not an easy run-in.
Set.
Not at all. Nothing is easy when it comes to this end of the season, and nor should it be.
Peel aims very well, shepherded by Clegg and Walker.
Roll away. Over there, over there, over there, over there. There you go, that's close enough. Roll away.
Peel goes quickly again. Tupou waits, but it went cross-field, meant for Cueto. As Chisholm is there, though, as is Sam Smith, drops it. Here's Jordan Burns. A little scrum half.
Yeah, good idea from Cipriani, poor execution.
That's the day in a nutshell, isn't it? Brown now, I think Brown.
Lad, stop! Stop!
Cueto. And George Lowe is having a little cuddle off the ball. Amesbury. Aimless pass to Daniel Braid. Sale not giving up. The 80 minutes is up. Peel still wants one last effort.
Yeah, okay.
Advantage coming to Sale, so We will have one more play. Andy Powell knows that. He heard that from the assistant referee. Penalty back in the 22. One last play then for Sale. One last attempt to try and score.
I think Greg Garner's enjoying himself out there. Doesn't want the game to finish. It has been an absorbing game, really entertaining.
Cipriani puts the ball out rather limp-end to what has been a fantastic game of rugby. Harlequins have won the 213 LB Cup and they are still on for the treble. Handsome winners here at Six Ways, 32 points to 14. A fantastic effort from Harlequins youngsters here today, Jan.
Fully deserving of their victory, no doubt. They were clinical, they took their chances well, plenty of energy, the pace of the game, ambition by both sides, Johnny. You just think the execution from Quins was just that much better, and that was the major difference for me between the two sides, and really an entertaining game of rugby.